هلا والله شباب، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله بحلقة جديدة من لعبة ديث ستراندنج الجزء الثاني. نكمل سلسلة الرحلة مع سام ونشوف ما بعد مقتل لو الطفل الصغير. تابعونا، مشاهدة ممتعة إن شاء الله. لا تنسونا من اللايك، وشكرا كتير لكم. مشاهدة ممتعة، وخير نبلش في الحلقة الثالثة من لعبة ديث ستراندنج.
Welcome to Drawbridge, Sam, and to the DHV Magellan, our mobile base of operations. Come on, I'll help you get your bearings. This is the ship's armory. Here you can check your weapons and put them through their paces. These rooms over here belong to other members of the crew. They're pretty much the same as yours. And the shower's down at the end.
This is one hell of a ship you got here. Courtesy of the UCA, I'm guessing.
No. As I told you, Drawbridge is a civilian outfit. But we do have a generous patron with access to plenty of capital and tech.
Sounds like a UCA big shot.
Don't ask me. We've never met face to face. They value their privacy.
Seriously? No better than to believe that bullshit.
We've both been used and lied to before, it's true. But as long as they keep up their end, I won't pry. This is the headquarters of our humble operation. The bridge of the DHV Magellan. It's always like this when the DHV Magellan's on the move. Meet Tarman, our resident doctor and geophysicist. He's also the captain and pilot, in case you hadn't noticed. And a fellow doom sufferer. The nav console offers a direct connection to the Tar currents. The downside being that we all have to bathe in caralium.
Happy to have you aboard, Sam. You'll have to excuse me if I don't shake your hand.
You steer this ship solo?
Yeah, though the computer does most of the work.
So this is a submarine?
Spot on. We dive into the tar and use it to travel underground.
Just beneath the surface of the Earth, there are currents we can ride almost anywhere.
So what's your role in all this?
Me? I make sure Drawbridge's grand plans go off without a hitch.
So you're the commander?
That's right. These days I'm fragile in name only.
Huh. So where are we headed?
At the moment, we're bound for the Plate Gate in Mexico. The one that you put on the network for us. Our destination is on the other side, Australia, which we've been asked to link up next.
You know, the problem is not everybody wants to be part of the UCA.
That's not the plan, Sam. The UCA isn't looking to expand its borders. Just like with Mexico, they want to bring new regions into the network. That's our last, best hope of saving the world. Which is why we're here. Or more importantly, why you're here.
Well?
Ah, so Lou is the child's name. Hello? Excuse you. I too am a member of Drawbridge, believe it or not. It is an honor, Sam.
Is that a puppet?
What? Puppet? No, no! No, I am alive, and my own master.
This is Dahlman. A man whose cow wound up stuck inside a... Well, you get it. He used to be a spirit medium.
When I was still flesh and bone, of course. Regrettably, my transformation cost me my talents.
Lou, where are you?
Sam, that pod is empty. Oh. You know, no one should have to suffer such loss. I understand. Believe me, I do. Which is why, yes, I think you two should go on one more adventure.
What are you talking about?
Well, take Lou. Yes, and link up Australia together. Like you did before in America. I'm sure a lengthy journey will help you to heal.
Sam, we've arrived. In case you're wondering, my hand is traveling through the tar currents, which is lucky because that's what allows me to keep this ship on course.
We're by that research lab you linked up last time.
The DHV Magellan can travel to and surface anywhere, provided it's within network coverage. A genuine mobile base of operations.
Still not fully equipped, though. It doesn't have any proper guns.
Need to fix that at some time.
Anyway, the DHV Magellan's here to back you up. As always, you'll be the one leading the way to expand the network. We'll be right behind you, providing you with support. Just so we're crystal clear, Sam. Our mission is to connect the whole Australian continent to the existing chiral network here in North America.
From halfway around the world, how are we supposed to do that again?
By using the Mexican plate gate. One you already put on the grid, remember? To get started, all you have to do is cross over and connect your Cupid to the nearest chiral network terminal. As you extend coverage, we'll move the DHV Magellan to keep up.
And you'll of course be traveling with your child. I mean, that's what Lou would want, right? A grand new adventure with Daddy. I'm excited for you.
Go and get your gear sorted. We'll be waiting.
Ready for another trip with Daddy? Okay, kiddo, let's go.
Sam, would you mind if I joined you?
Humor him. His knowledge and experience will probably come in handy down the road.
Yes. Really, Sam? Your buttocks? What about shotgun? I prefer the driver's seat.
Think you have a choice?
What was that just now?
You saw it too, huh? Let's just say it's nothing new. I always got these flashes when I hooked up the pod.
Ah, the bleed-through effect, wherein the BB's memories are conflated with one's own. I'm sure someone explained it to you before. Though this is a little different, of course.
I really gotta deal with this shit again.
Sam, do you read me? You'll first need to access the Mexico side plate gate terminal. After we've confirmed network coverage, we can take the DHV Magellan and regroup at your position.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
I haven't been outside in a long while. Let's get going, If nothing else, this journey should give you a chance to mourn. You know, I meant it when I said I understand how you feel. But if you hold on to the sadness, it will weigh you down like an anchor. However much it hurts, you must carry on and do what only you can do. Grieve, of course. But keep moving, Sam. Then, when all is said and done, you can take stock and decide what's next.
Deal with them.
I've never seen them before. They almost look like they're on a pilgrimage.
They can just waltz right through the gate like that?
It would seem so. Once you extend coverage into Australia, the chiral network should afford us some additional security. Or at least allow us to maintain a record of whoever uses the gate. It bears repeating that the UCA does not intend to restrict access to it. They only want to ensure safe passage for everyone traveling between the continents. Brace yourself. It's a gatequake. Oh, and a big one at that. Let's make our way to the plate gate. Carefully. Strange place, if ever I've seen one. There should be a terminal this way. Let's keep moving.
Thanks again, Sam. The chiral network connection to Australia is holding steady. And you'll be happy to hear we made it here in one piece. Just to let you know, when you come back to the DHV Magellan, our patron would like to talk to you. Thank you, Sam. I'd like you to meet someone.
Hello, Sam. My name is Charlie.
Charlie's Drawbridge's patron.
Hear me out, Sam. I want you to help us bring Australia into the network. Drawbridge has been selected to oversee this critical operation. People saw what you did in Mexico and wanted more of the same.
What are you trying to pull?
There are reasons why I can't tell you who I am, Sam. But to be clear, I'm not APAS, nor am I your enemy.
What, you think I'm just gonna trust the words of some faceless mannequin?
I need you to trust me. I'm the one paying for the ship, and this whole operation, at considerable personal risk.
Nah, I want to see a face, or no deal.
A face? Very well. Since you won't take it from me, maybe it should come from someone you know. How's this? Pick one of your old comrades, and I'll speak to you with their voice. Who would you like? Who would you trust?
Sam, this is Die Hardman.
All right. Pulling up his profile from the database.
How about now, Sam? Feeling more at ease already, I'm sure.
You tell me, old buddy, if this is a UCA sanctioned op, who knows about it?
You misunderstand. Then again, there's a lot I still haven't explained to you, isn't there? I think it's time a certain someone made an appearance. I'd like you to meet the President.
The new president? The guy who took over after Die Hardman?
Not precisely. The UCA doesn't have a presidential system anymore. Die Hardman was the first and only president, making it one of the shortest-lived single executive administrations in history. One can only guess what he felt about it. Previously, the president was subject to the will of the people via popular vote every 4 years. APAS, however, is far more efficient. It can ascertain public opinion in real time and thereby determine the appropriate course of action. This led to the adoption of a new model.
President guy? You just told me he isn't really the president.
He is not the president of the UCA. Rather, he serves as the president of APAC. APAC is a privately owned corporation responsible for the operation and oversight of APAS, a service provider to which we may delegate day-to-day governance.
Your performance in Mexico was exemplary. We cannot thank you enough. Well done. Truly. I firmly believe that the only ones capable of expanding the network into Australia are those who helped establish it here at home. That means you, Sam. And you too, Fragile. APAS has determined that you have the highest probability of success in this endeavor.
APAS and the chiral network are all built on UCA tech. If you expand their reach beyond our borders, then you're expanding their influence as well, aren't you?
A valid concern. But it wasn't the UCA that made the final decision. It was APAC, a private corporation. The UCA has no involvement whatsoever in this matter. Sam, it may interest you to know that linking up Australia will also serve a greater goal. You see, the plate gate that connects North America and Australia only matured after you united America with the chiral network. On that basis, we believe that a new gate will manifest somewhere within Australia once full chiral connectivity is achieved. At that time, APAS should have sufficient data to calculate the location of other points of connection between continents. With this information, APAS can then proceed to extrapolate the positions of these landmasses. In other words, this mission is not just about linking up a single continent. By connecting Australia, we will be one step closer to reclaiming a pre-Death Stranding world where everyone is part of a greater whole. I hope my answer alleviates your concern somewhat.
Guess so. Tell me, though. Who's Charlie to you?
He may speak for me as necessary, to ensure the operation proceeds according to plan. Our corporation, however, will calculate what factors are essential for your success and will provide you with direct support. Welcome aboard, Sam. Charlie, we'll take it from here.
It will be your job to travel the continent and connect the people, Sam. But know that everyone on this ship is ready and eager to back you up. You won't be on your own this time.
So, you're gonna do it?
Did it before. Seems like the only thing I'm good at.
To get some sleep, Sam. I'd like to take a moment to go over the details of the request that Drawbridge has agreed to handle. Access the D.H. Magellan's delivery terminal when you're ready to proceed.
Looks like you've been supplied with a Drawbridge crew hat. Try it on for size. I have a feeling it'll suit your style.
Another curious vision.
Let me give you a rundown of your new job. The big one. It's the same deal as America. The people here are isolated. The cities are cut off from one another. And so, to bring all of Australia into the chiral network, we want you to cross the continent and link up key locations using your Cupid. To begin with, you'll connect several facilities in sequence on your way to the closest city to here, West Fort Knott. Charlie will brief you on the order that will take you to the first facility.
Your first destination is home to what they're calling the government. They seek to establish a new administration to fill the void left by Australia's collapse. As the concept of formal governance is a distant memory to most, they opted for a simple name. These people are currently suffering from the effects of severe chiral contamination. But with UCA technology, they should be able to make a full recovery. The cargo you'll be entrusted with contains everything they need for their treatment. If we can deliver it and earn their trust, they should be amenable to joining the chiral network. Needless to say, it's their business to know the current lay of the land, and we would benefit from their support. We're already seeing anomalous chiralium readings throughout Australia. There's even a BT area not far from where we are now. A BB pod should allow you to use your Ultra deck to ascertain the location of BTs, but it's unclear if that pod will function correctly at this time. Proceed with the utmost caution.
Charlie may be our patron, but he likes to get his hands dirty whenever he can. He's been an excellent advisor to us as well. I say this to assure you that any instructions Charlie gives have been discussed with and approved by me. All right, let's get to it. Review the details of the main order on the delivery terminal.
Supplied by drawbridge from outside chiral network coverage. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Sam, this is Charlie. APAS has been analyzing your actions so far, and it seems it's added some new upgrades tailored to your preferred way of working. It's my understanding that additional servers are currently being installed on several beaches, which should result in a marked increase in APAS's processing power. Due to the timeless nature of the beach, the potential to boost APAS's capabilities is infinite. Its analysis will therefore grow more comprehensive as you complete more orders, meaning you can expect additional enhancements to become available soon. Experiment with them and see what you like.
now available.
Drawbridge, aren't you? So you really came, eh? Cut straight through BT territory just to bring us our cargo. That's quite a feat. Been waiting a long time for someone like you to show up. Let's see how well you were able to handle our delivery. I'm glad to see you handled our delivery with care. Now that's service. Like everyone says, Europe already put that decontamination unit to good use. The chiralium levels had really gotten out of hand, so you couldn't have come at a better time. Thanks. Anyway, go ahead and connect us with that Cupid or whatever it is.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
A chiral communications transmission. With this network at our disposal, might be able to make our dream a reality. We want to build a world where even the weakest among us have a chance. A world where people come together to stand against those who embrace violence. Ever since the Death Stranding, this continent has been afflicted by terrible environmental changes. It was bad enough, but out of nowhere, the anomalies became a hell of a lot more dramatic. Skyrocketing levels of chiral contamination, those bloody watcher things coming out of the woodwork. Didn't realise it at the time, but the escalation of all this insanity coincided with the UCA's connection to the network, and the appearance of the plate gate. The chiral network is causing instability beyond the reach of its coverage, which means the only way to fix it is to link up all of Australia. At least, that's what we here believe. To support your efforts, we've shared the data we have about the continent with your people, information about the brigands and so on. Use it to the best of your ability. Before I forget, there's a request I wanted to send your way. I know you're eager to hit the road and make progress, but I promise you, this is more than worth the trouble. It's a delivery for the lone commander, who lives not too far from here. He's an old ally who provided us with support for all matters military. He's also a crack shot with a sniper rifle. But after this and that, we went our separate ways. And he retired to a shelter off to the east. He can be a hard man to please, but if we could enlist his help again, I'm sure he'd provide us with all kinds of useful information. Data and schematics that might prove invaluable for your work. Especially if you're the type who likes to fight first and ask questions later. Should help us all combat the brigands at Dam Site more effectively in any case. I'll filed this request as a sub-order, so check the terminal if you're interested in taking on extra work.
That was excellent work, Sam. With the government now part of the chiral network, we've successfully completed the first step in our journey to connect all of Australia. I want to thank you for making this possible. Well done. To extend network coverage as far as West Fort Knott, our next order of business will be to link up the Western Environmental Observatory. The associated order is ready for you. This one may well place you in considerable danger, so be sure to take extra care when selecting your equipment. Access the delivery terminal here to pick up this main order and get underway.
Sub-order is now available for you. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Hello, Sam. This is Charlie. To aid you in your future orders, we prepared porter suits with camo patterns tailor-made for the Australian environment. We've also provided you with a new basic porter suit with customizable colors. Moving forward, I imagine you'll want to adjust your appearance based on the terrain and your personal preferences at the time. Try experimenting with your options.
To take stock of your armaments?
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam. Sam, I can perform reconnaissance for you if you like. After all, there's no telling what might be waiting for us ahead.
Those brigands, are they all gone? Wow, this is a relief. I was beginning to think I was done for. Give me a moment to confirm the order details. Didn't think anyone could fight that hard. Hell, maybe no one else can. You seem like a porter we can rely on. Go on, use your Cupid to get us online. Quickly now. I'll feel a lot safer once we're all hooked up. This ought to do wonders for our ability to monitor chiralium levels by the plague gate, as well as keep an eye on the tar currents. More accurate data will definitely make travel safer for you and your friends aboard the DHV Magellan too. Ever since the plague gate appeared, we've been seeing increasingly dramatic anomalies all throughout the Australian continent. Some theorise that the UCA's connection to the chiral network destabilised all areas with our coverage. But what's done is done though. Our best bet is to follow suit and connect Australia too. It may also serve you to know that there are 4 environmental observatories, including this one. If you can bring them all onto the network, we're confident we'll be able to calculate where and when the next plague gate will appear. Anyway, you should already have access to the data we designated for you. Now, if we could only manage to get that old road patched up and usable. We can't thank you enough, Sam. Before you go, you've been getting a lot of praise for all your hard work. And in recognition of this, it seems you've been officially cleared to take on standard orders. Between the harsh conditions and the violent outlaws, there are fewer and fewer folks willing to serve as porters these days. But there's no shortage of people who need help. So I encourage you to take a look if you're interested. You can review the available requests by bringing up the list via your ring terminal. You'll find a new sub-order too. We need someone to restore the mine. Bet you could benefit from having it operational as well. Anyway, thanks again for going above and beyond. Best wishes and safe travels to you, my friend.
That's some good work, Sam. The DHV Magellan's parked not too far from your position. You'll be able to pick up your next order on the ship. But before that, you should head back to your room and rest up. I imagine you're both pretty tired. You and Dolman.
Order completed. Well done.
You're one hell of a porter.
Sam, look. There are wild animals nearby. Such creatures are rare and precious. Friends to be protected. I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. Perhaps we could take a break?
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
You all right? You were talking in your sleep. Kept repeating the name Amelie.
Sam, Tarman here. I'd like to brief you on this next order of yours. Once you're ready to head out, access the delivery terminal on the DHV Magellan to proceed.
Are you all right, Sam? What was that just now? Did something happen?
Sam, about the next site we wanted you to bring online with the Cupid. It seems we have a little problem. The tar currents nearby have grown unstable. Under these conditions, it's unlikely we'll be able to establish a chiral network connection. Our scans have identified a potential cause. An unknown device located within a brigand outpost to the north of West Fort Knot. It's hardly an elegant solution, but we need you to destroy it. When you're ready, take on this main order to proceed. The client in this case is the musician. I can't wait to hear what he has to share with the network. Don't let us down, Sam.
Sam, this is Tarman. The disruptor device we need you to disable is located in this area. You should have no trouble whatsoever destroying it using MP bullets or MP shells. Alternatively, consider getting close enough to access the device directly. You can use your ring terminal to have APAS hack into it, allowing you to disable it without resorting to brute force. Be advised though, Sam, that some of the brigands you'll encounter on site will be wearing armor protecting both their heads and bodies, and that every one of these armored units will be wielding a rod. No doubt their aim is to fortify themselves against ranged attacks, allowing them to move in and engage you at close quarters. In light of this development, we've gone ahead and added armored enemies to our VR weapons and combat training programs. This way you can experiment with various methods and find a means of dealing with them that's suited to your personal strengths. That's all the information I have for now. Review your potential routes and finalize your equipment loadout before heading out. We're counting on you, Sam.
Delivery route.
Sam, is your arsenal looking a little light, or is it just me? Good job, Sam. Disable the target. All right, let's deliver the cargo.
Am I right? Hope the brigands weren't too much trouble. Though you look okay. Glad you can make it. All right, let's take a look at this cargo of yours. Look at the shine on this. Hot damn. I'll definitely have more work for you if you want it. I've been waiting a long time for this. Okay.
Now displaying your current order grade.
This is really something. I'm part of the chiral network, which means everyone can finally listen to my songs. And with the music player, you'll be able to set the mood for your adventures. And just like that, the world's gotten so much bigger. Yeah, looks like my weapon data has been shared with everyone too. So about the recording you brought me, it almost sounds like a whale song. But there's something off about it. I'll need more time to figure it out. Anyway, I'll send you updates via the SSS. Gotta get going, huh? Well, hey, thank you for the help. You know, I've been wondering how those brigands got their hands on that disruptor thing. I'm just saying, they certainly don't have the know-how to build one. It's kind of worrying. Oh yeah, I had another favor I wanted to ask, if that's cool. I lost some cargo near and dear to my heart, even though I tried my best to keep it safe. I've tracked it to this dangerous place. Too dangerous for someone like me. The request's open to anyone willing to accept, but something tells me you'll deliver. Get it? Anyway, if this kind of works up your alley, then take a look at my suborder.
Thank you so much, Sam. I have high hopes for his work, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see what comes of it. As for that strange device, it seems that its effect on the tar currents blocked all chiral communications. So I think it's only fair that we call it a chiral jammer. Anyway, while the currents in the area have settled down somewhat, we've received a number of troubling new reports. For one, a tar eruption was recorded in the direct vicinity of West Fort Knot. A group of figures clad in red and a large unidentified black mass were observed just prior to this eruption as well. Needless to say, the anomalous tar current activity near West Fort Knot may be related to these events, so we can't afford to ignore them and proceed with network expansion. We've got no choice but to investigate and address any cause that may be present on site. The corresponding main order has been added to this delivery terminal. I've got a feeling a difficult fight might be ahead of you, Sam. I strongly advise you to prepare accordingly.
Commencing route creation. Delivery.
I'll be looking forward to your next visit. We're nearly at our destination. See anything suspicious?
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Been a long time, Sam.
Fuck, how you still alive?
Oh, no, I'm just a ghost. Come to take my revenge on you and that bitch Fragile. All the way from the other side. Of course, there's no point in trying to kill you when you won't stay dead. But there are plenty of other ways to make you suffer. Huh? The kid kicked the bucket, huh? Shame. The goddamn shame. Tonight, what, you just lugging that coffin or... Pod? Going on a walkabout? Well, that's touching. Even if you don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
What are you saying?
Huh? Maybe I can't kill you, you won't die, but you can lose everything you love. And torture yourself for the rest of time, knowing that death will never come for you. So you go on your little walkabout. Go wherever you want, but I will be damned if I let you link up this continent. Not because extinction's my creed, though, no. No, I want to build a world where fear and violence are king. And who do you think will come out on top, Sam? You? With your hippy-dippy network? Or me? With my more rough-and-tumble methods? I can't wait to find out. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight. Cruelty or collaboration? The eternal choice. Let's put him to the test.
What a hit! Cliché, but that one's gotta hurt. Amazing, Sam. Great work. Now let's get this place on the Chiral network.
Your name is Sam, isn't it? Oh, we owe you one. What in the hell was that thing anyway? It looked like a machine, but none I've ever seen before. Oh, right. We need to assess the situation. Foes like that are no joke, but you made it look easy. I hope we can continue. This moment's been a long time coming. Please use your Cupid to connect us.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Great. No issues establishing a chiral network connection. By the way, we've sent some folks out to recover the wreckage of that giant mech that attacked us earlier. Only prudent we study it, you know? If we learn anything of value, we'll be sure to relay it to Drawbridge right away. Thanks again for coming to our rescue.
Sam, this is the President. Due to your tireless efforts, West Fort Knot is now part of the chiral network. A great achievement. I salute you. However, this expansion has done little to address the anomalous activity observed across the continent. Elsewhere, disruptions in the tar currents are growing ever more prevalent. Only by connecting all of Australia can we hope to resolve this situation. And by doing so, we will create the optimal conditions for a new Plategate to manifest as well. We are one step closer to making the chiral verse a reality, and ensuring humanity overcomes extinction. The road ahead is still fraught with peril, but I have the utmost faith in your capabilities. For now, though, please take a well-deserved break aboard the DHV Magellan.
Order completed. Well done.
Was it really Higgs? He's alive.
He called himself a ghost, but
He found a way back from the beach just so he could kill us.
it was definitely his voice I heard. I didn't get a good look at his face, but yeah. He said he came back to get revenge on you and me. Screwing with our plans to link up Australia was just another way to do that.
They were all in red. Just like the ones at your place. That could have been him too.
You think that was Higgs? Did you see him hurt Lou?
I'm not sure.
Fragile, I need you to remember.
I only caught a glimpse. But they were all wearing red. This is all my fault. I had him at my mercy on Amelie's beach. If I'd only finished him off, none of this would have happened.
No. You can't blame yourself. You know, something's been bugging me. Something he said. You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou. It hit me after. He's absolutely right. I mean, the kid's whole life is a total mystery to me. So I gotta ask. Can you look into Lou's past? Find out what you can? Charlie, you, the ship's crew, you all have connections within the UCA, right? And at least one of you has to have access to the UCA archives that were recovered by the chiral network.
All right, Sam. Let's see what we can find on Lou.
Really, Sam? There's such a thing as too tight. Oh. That must have been quite the nightmare. I can't feel my legs.
Lou.
Sam, this is Tarman.
Hi, Sam.
If you refuse, there will be severe repercussions.
But what makes you think you have a choice?
Sam. So you know, Sam, Fragile is currently looking into Lou. Meanwhile, Tarvin is conducting a separate investigation into the giant mech that attacked you earlier. For now, we would like you to focus on extending the network. That is a task only you can handle. As the network grows in size, we will have much more information at our disposal to further our efforts. That said, you won't be able to proceed until the situation at West Fort Knott has been resolved. It appears that they're in dire need of additional supplies, to the point that they don't even have enough to prepare cargo for your next destination. This next order is intended to alleviate the situation. You're to restore the mine north of F1 and its monorail station to working order and link up West Fort Knott. After which, you'll deliver a large quantity of excavated materials from the mine to the settlement by rail. As this is a somewhat complicated order, I'll brief you on the details as you review the map. Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you could make this main order your top priority. All right, Sam. You'll need to work through several steps to complete this order. To begin with, collect the cache of materials waiting for you on the DHV Magellan. Take these to the mine north of F1. The location has been marked for you on your map. And when you arrive there, submit the materials using the terminal on site. This will allow you to restore the facility to working order. Next, access the terminal again to commence mining operations. If all goes well, a large quantity of materials should be extracted. You'll then need to deliver those materials to West Fort Knott. Consider making use of the monorail located at the mine to make life easier. Upon your arrival at F1, use the delivery terminal to submit all the materials for processing and to finally complete the order. That's all there is to it. So begin plotting your route to the mine north of F1. On this occasion, you'll be delivering some heavy materials. You can use a tri-cruiser to transport them. Alternatively, floating carriers can now be fabricated. These carriers are ideal for taking heavy cargo across terrain ill-suited to vehicles. If that sounds good to you, try fabricating one and loading the materials onto it. And when you're not using the carrier for cargo, you can hop aboard and kick the ground and use it as a makeshift skateboard. Just remember that floating carriers require chiral crystals to function, so keep a supply on hand.
Floating carriers can be loaded with cargo once deployed in the field.
another porter here. Since you brought this site onto the chiral network, perhaps they thought they could make use of the additional data to make a safe run. Want to go and say hello?
Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Well done, Sam. I've never seen a working monorail before. Think of all the stuff it could carry. All right then, why don't we extract some materials?
Did you actually manage to restore the monorail? Awesome! With it back up and running, you'll be able to transport materials from the mines. Right. Sorry. Let's take a look at these materials you've brought. Would you look at all this? I think it's safe to say we'll have nothing to worry about for a while. We've made some great strides in our research thanks to... Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of materials you can withdraw.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I got them just for you. Figured they'd suit your style. They sure weren't easy to come by. A real collector's item, I hear. We really appreciate your help. At the risk of stating the obvious, it's gonna take an awful lot of resources to restore the other roads and monorails to working order. But at least with this monorail operational, you can bring us large shipments of materials with relatively minimal effort. That's gonna go a long way towards getting other sections up and running again. We can fabricate pickup off-roaders now, by the way. I'm pretty fond of them myself. We're so grateful for the assistance, Sam. You've been a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day.
You managed to save the day, Sam. The people here now have more than enough supplies for their needs. They should be able to prepare cargo for the next delivery too. But first, I have some information to share with you. About Lou. Return to the DHV Magellan so we can talk.
Order completed. Well done.
Hey, Sam. How's it going? I have updates for you, if you have time.
I take it you've learned more about Lou?
We followed up on the message Deadman left for you at the lab. About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago. The first time you and Lou met was about 2 years ago now, when you were entrusted with the BB previously issued to Bridges Corp's disposal. And together, the two of you made it all the way across North America.
Deadman and everyone else at Bridges, they all called Lou BB-28.
Right. Because that was Lou's serial number. You see, we found the records for the BB storage facility. By cross-referencing the data with confirmed that after BB-28 was decommissioned 4 years ago, Lou was assigned the same designation and placed into storage.
So what you're telling me is that instead of getting a new serial number, Lou inherited an old one?
As for Lou's mother, following the C-section, it seems she passed away. And that pretty much is the extent of our recent discoveries. Without a still mother to provide support, it makes sense that Lou was kept in reserve. But we still have no idea who approved the serial number reassignment, much less why they did it.
Higgs said there were things I didn't know. Maybe this is what he was talking about.
I think it could be.
I want to know everything about Lou.
You're playing his game, Sam. Chasing after the past is what Higgs wants you to do.
I need to know where Lou came from. I have to know.
If you're sure, Sam, I'll keep digging. In the meantime, you should get plenty of rest before your next mission.
Seems Tarman decided to leave a few books for you. Right there, by your bed. Reading is a wonderful way to take your mind off things. Trust me.
اوكي شباب، شكرا على المشاهدة. نلتقي في الحلقة القادمة ان شاء الله. لا تنسونا من اللايك، وشكرا كتير على المشاهدة، والى اللقاء في الحلقة القادمة ان شاء الله مع سام. Death Stranding الجزء الثاني. الى اللقاء.